Hello, YouTube. It's me, Little Willie, here for a review. Now, I am here to review the first two episodes of Supergirl. Now, Supergirl stars Melissa Benoist, whatever you want to say, as the title character of Supergirl. It also stars Tyler Lee as Alex Danvers, Kara's adoptive sister, and that's about all I can really say. But the first two episodes, so let's talk about the pilot. Now, the pilot opens up with Kara escaping Krypton, and she becomes. Well, it starts with her escaping Krypton, like I said, and she is sent to Earth to protect Kal-El, her cousin. And she gets thrown off course by the shockwave caused by Krypton's explosion, and she ends up in the Phantom Zone for 24 years until somehow she manages to go to Earth. Okay. Um. And then after that, Superman introduces her to the Danvers, her new family, and she becomes Kara Danvers. And since she has no mission anymore, her mission was to protect Kal-El, her cousin, Superman. But since he's already grown up and he's already freaking the Man of Steel, she doesn't need to help him. She doesn't even have a mission anymore. So she decides to be normal, regular old Kara Danvers. And she works for this company called Catco. Um, she's just living a normal, ordinary life until her sister, Alex, is on a plane that is about to go down due to engine failure. So Kara, of course, wanting to save her sister and wanting to save the other lives as well, she decides to go and save the plane. And she does. And she is viewed now as a hero in the eyes of the public. But now a new villain is on the rise, Zartox, and he is here to destroy our human life as we know it. Now, I enjoyed the pilot episode. I thought it was a great introduction to these characters. A few things I have to say that are bad about it are number one, the CGI, the visual effects are not as good as the Flash, but because when she was flying in the sky, it felt like the effects that they used back in the 70s for the Superman movies, where it showed a green screen and it showed Christopher Reeve flying like this at the screen in the same angle, same everything. So the visual effects were kind of iffy for me, but then again, it is a TV show, so I really can't, discredit it too much for that. Um, Another thing I didn't really like was that they tried to make Kara a lot like Barry Allen from The Flash. Uh, they gave her that same kind of awkward, nerdy type of personality, which works with Barry Allen, but with a confident character like Kara and a confident character like Supergirl, it really doesn't work. But other than that, I loved everything. I loved the performances, loved the story, loved just the overall feel, the overall tone of the episode. Because it got, it was very lighthearted. It was a very lighthearted attempt at a superhero show. Unlike Batman v Superman, which is a very dark tone to use for a superhero movie. But, anyways, the pilot, I give it a solid score of an 8, a 9.5 out of 10. I'm not going to give it a perfect 10 because, like I said, those gripes were just a little too much for me. Now let's talk about episode 2, Stronger Together. Now, this episode is Kara trying to deal with her powers, dealing with, just a week ago, basically, defeating this Zartox dude. So now she's basically just trying to, do all of this, and she's just basically trying to lead her normal life as Kara, but also, save people as Supergirl. Even though she does have a little bit of trouble doing that. Um, but, you know, she, because of course, she has a lot of trouble causing or trying to save people because she always causes some amount of collateral damage, such as causing an oil spill into the ocean or even making a fire worse than it already is. So, but in this episode, she learns how to deal with that. She learns how to, deal with that in a way that only she can. And we find out that her Aunt Laura, looks a lot like her mother. And she gets confused. Well, not even confused. She knows who she is. I thought she was gonna get confused, but I guess she didn't. Now this episode was a lot slower, and it dealt a lot more with character development and a lot more with storytelling, which I like. I'm glad that it did it a little bit slower, because the first episode was like really fast. It went really really fast on characters and story and all of that. But this one took it easy, and it took a chill pill, and it focused on the characters and stuff like that, which I liked. So with this episode, I give it a 8.5, 9 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty good episode. Now, before I leave, before I sign off, I wanted to give a shout out to Slick Moth. Now, Slick Moth, popular YouTuber, you guys all know him, Batman Arkham guy. He actually shouted me out in a video of his. And he told me what's up in a video. What's up, Little Willie? Thank you, sir. Shout out to Slick Moth. Go and follow him. Alright, guys. I'll be back for my review this weekend of Suicide Squad when I go and see it this weekend. I'll be back with a review of it. See you guys then.